Hey guys, and welcome to World of Warships with Willaboo. In today's replay I want to show you a slightly different approach to my DD hunting techniques. Different in the sense that instead of a Japanese cruiser I'm going to use an American one. Now I understand that I may be portraying American cruisers as a little bit obsolete these days, and in truth they are simply just less capable ships. I really hold them in high esteem. And sailing them is a lot of fun even in this environment without that many carriers, but I just think that if you want to play these days, what you really need is a destroyer hunter, and the Japanese cruisers, they play a much better role in this. The Kutuzov is pretty good as well, but the American ones, as I'm going to demonstrate in this replay, they have really formidable ships, and both the Pensacola and the New Orleans, the Tier 7 and the Tier 8, they're really good ships, and they have a lot of strengths, especially when compared to their Japanese counterparts. But as you know, as pure DD hunters, they're not as great. But since we still suffer from a complete carrier captain depletion on the servers, and you don't really see that many planes, I decided to spec my New Orleans as a sort of a destroyer hunter as well. So I'm featuring the hydroacoustic surge instead of the AA, and as you can see, also sporting this really wacky looking camouflage, which I got for finishing the ranked battles. It basically doubles my experience. So, okay, so let's get to the battle. First of all, this is the first game I'm having right after installing the new patch, and I just got into the game. I picked the New Orleans and hit the battle button, and only just now I started realizing, wait a second, I should be already spotted by now. And as I'm passing out of this cap circle, I'm realizing, god damn it, I didn't pick any of my captain skills. They all got reset. So I don't know if I'm spotted. I don't have any extras as far as the perks go. I think this captain has got about 12 stars to be to be distributed. So yeah, oops. And also this game was, I don't know, it's ill-fated as far as me or something, but turns out that I was playing with streaming the other day, and I had to leave the game in the full screen windowed mode, which basically makes the NVIDIA Shadowplay inactive. So that way I managed to actually lose the whole finale, the second and third rank matches, because they were just not being saved. And so I'm not gonna be able to show you these two, unfortunately. They were pretty cool though. And yeah, so I'm recording this from a replay. It's not a live game, so as you can see, there's quite a lot of glitching, and there's quite a lot of artifacts, and the camera behaves wonky, but that's all we can do. But okay, let's move back to the battle. So DD hunting in the New Orleans. So the biggest strength of a New Orleans, as opposed to an Atago or a Mogami or any other Japanese cruiser, is the fact that American cruisers are extremely maneuverable. I mean, I will be pulling off maneuvers here. Yeah, that was a detonation, by the way. I will be pulling maneuvers here that no Japanese cruiser would be able to do. I would get beached all the time, just trying to pull off the stuff that I'm trying to pull off, and actually I'm pulling off with the New Orleans here. So so yeah, that is your first strength. The second one is your turrets are rotating much faster. So even though you don't have that counter of your own torpedoes, you are quite a deadly adversary in the field, especially in close quarters. So by the way, that's the second DD, yeah? There's a third one here right now that I'm thinking maybe I could start hunting, but I see that New Mexico charging in, and I still have a chance. If I make a hard turn left now and go full speed, I will be able to turn around before he clears that island. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna preserve life and leave that destroyer for later or for somebody else. So as soon as I'm kind of pointing towards that island, I straighten up, and I think I'm actually going to slow down there as well, because I'm still hoping I'm gonna get that destroyer. But now you see the Pensacola switching direction, and I switch to armor piercing, and I'm preparing to just make the most of it. But unfortunately, I went too far behind the island, and my front turrets are blocked. So that's a shame. So, I'll just linger here for a second and then realize that the battleship is way too close for my liking. And yeah, just vacate the area. But just let's go back to my theory on how to use American cruisers for destroyer hunting. So, okay, so you're very maneuverable. You're not as fast, but you're very maneuverable. And you have really good guns. Those guns do a lot of damage. The HE are just amazing. You set fires all the time with them. I don't know what the stats say. I don't really pay attention that much attention to stats, but per se. But my own impression of getting fires is I get them quite often in American cruisers. So there's that. You got decent range, and they are, just look at the dispersion here. I mean, they are pretty good. So providing that you know how to shoot, American cruisers are very, very good. Just look at this. He shot at me, I'm slowing down, I'm turning, and he misses completely. And I'm not saying that Atago wouldn't be able to do this. I believe that I am able to avoid fire from 11 kilometers. But it would have probably clipped my ship. And the New Orleans was able, it's turning on a dime. It was able to turn around almost like a 90-degree turn in just a matter of seconds, There we got one fire right there. Sorry for the camera glitching. I promise I will never forget to keep my shadow play on. And as you can see, one shot, you get a lot of damage done, and disabled modules and just all kinds of mayhem. It's those guns are really good in fighting destroyers, just as I did with those two at the beginning there. So I don't, I just mentioned stats, and I really don't know how this hydroacoustic surge compares to the German or the Japanese ones, but I suppose if you want to play this, destroyer hunter role with your American cruisers, then, I really don't see the reason why you shouldn't, attach this particular consumable. So, yeah, there's that. And what else can I tell you? Oh yeah, I know I keep on talking about this maneuverability. I just want you to see it one more time. So there's this Kiev, I think, yeah, it's a Kiev that's sneaking up on me. It's only about 3 kilometers away, just behind that island. See it? Yeah, there it is. So, okay, I'm coming out full speed, and I'm going straight. I just want to clear that island as quickly as possible. And now, I'm making a hard turn. I'm dropping speed like crazy. I've actually hit the reverse. And I'm just waiting, because you know what Kiev has got, yes? Really fast, short range 4-kilometer torpedoes, and many of them. And yeah, so this is my biggest recommendation to you if you want to be a DD hunter in American cruiser. Use the fact that those ships can lose speed very quickly if you want. They turn on a dime. Their turrets are very fast turning when compared to their Japanese counterparts, if I remember correctly. And also, you have the benefit of having pretty decent AA. So if an actual carrier happens in the area, you don't have to worry that the fact that you chose the Hydra over the AA consumables is actually going to cost you, a hit of torpedoes or whatever, because your AA is more than capable of defending yourself, So yeah, I think that's all the bits of information that I can give you right now when it comes to my ways of utilizing American cruisers for the DD Hunter role. But if you got any more questions, just hit me up in the comments section of this video, and I'll be happy to explore these questions with you guys as well. Right, check out this Hatsuharu right now. He just had his engine damage, so he slowed down, but he repaired. The dispersion is amazing again. And he's on fire. He's fired upon by multiple targets, but I think I'm gonna get him. Yep, and that is my... Wait a second, is it destroyer number 4? No, I think I had a cruiser there as well. You know, I kind of lost count now. Anyways, right. So you know, as it is an American cruiser again, so again another fire. So the guns are really formidable here, and you know you can just use the New Orleans in the most classical way of just trying to set fires to targets that are too busy shooting at something else, like this Amagi. Or be adventurous like I am going to be just now, and I'm switching to AP now, and I'm making the biggest mistake of this game because I didn't expect all those torpedoes to land, and you know the last time I looked at the Amagi, he had still a lot of health, and I was hoping to just experiment on his armor with my AP, but he just basically died. So I should have just stayed with the HE and just farmed some more damage on him. But it's okay. I mean, the fact that I got this surprise naval warfare arson, and I also unleashed the Kraken. Both of these awards, that's good enough for me, I think. So this whole game so far just came down to 79 hits on target, 5 kills, lots and lots of awards. One of them is, I think, my first ever Kraken unleashed. I know it just doesn't happen to me for some reason. The fact that I set 8 fires on ships, that's quite a big thing, that just proves to you how much extra fire damage you can actually have if you play smart and if you angle your armor. Your armor is much better on the New Orleans than it is on the Japanese counterpart. The German ones are a bit better, but the American ones are sorta in the middle there, I think. At least that's my personal experience. And as far as Pensacola goes, Pensacola has got a bit more of a glass jaw, so you need to be a bit more careful, a bit more mindful of your own position. But besides that, you should be fine. And talking about German armor, I'm going to do an experiment right now. I want to come up to this island to my right and just drop speed 10 right. Prepare all my guns. I've already got them set to the left side because I'm just about to make the turn. And AP is finishing loading up, and I just want to see if I manage to get a citadel from 14 kilometers on this Hipper. Because I know he's going to die, so he's the last one, so why not do a little experiment test. So I'm using ripple fire. I just, I know I don't have much time, so I need to make every shot count. And I get a hit, temporarily damage a gun. Another hit, but nothing big. Hipper's changing speed. Another hit. 12 kilometers. And there we go, a citadel. A Confederate. And this is me just about to get my 6th kill when somebody else takes it away. So, guys, unfortunately, as I said, this was a bit of an emergency way for me to record this because I was sure that I had the recording and then Shadowplay recording, and turns out that Shadowplay wasn't on. So this game in the New Orleans gave me 5 kills and 77,000 damage dealt total. So that's all I can give you. Unfortunately, it was an awesome game. I can't believe that it was such a klutz and I didn't make sure that I was recording. And that was also my take on how to use all the advantages of American cruisers in the same fashion that I tend to sail my Japanese cruisers. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that I managed to teach you a thing or two about American cruisers and their role on the battlefield these days. And if you did like this video, please do give it a like down below. It's much appreciated. And also do think about hitting that subscribe button at the top there if you'd like to see more of my materials. And for now, I say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the open seas.